Hello everybody and welcome back to Blue Jay Acres. My name is Noelle. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you decide to stick around, give a big thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. So today we're going to do a full day of meals. We're going to start with a brunch. It is Saturday, so we're going to do brunch, and then we'll do dinner and maybe some kind of treat, snacks, who knows. We'll just see what the day brings. Alright, so let's go on and start this brunch because we are hungry. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven 375. And I'm going to just spray down a casserole dish. And then I'm going to start by just browning some. I have some turkey sausage here, so I'm just going to brown that. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm going to go on and put 8 eggs into a bowl. And then I'm going to add some milk. I have some of this triple cheddar cheese. I'm going to add that. And I also have this Mexican cheese. I'm going to add a little bit of that. Just whatever kind of cheese you have. And the sausage is done. I'm going to move that off the burner. Then I'm going to do about 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Some black pepper. And some garlic powder. I'm going to just mix all this together. I'm going to take a pack of hash browns, or you can use bagged hash browns, or you can shred and dice up some potatoes of your own, whatever you have. We just have these. I bought them for a meal plan and I ended up not using them, so I need to use these up. Just going to line the bottom of my pan here with these hash browns. Go. I'm going to top that with our turkey sausage, or whatever sausage you have. I just had some turkey sausage. I have regular too, and that would work great too, or bacon or ham, whatever like breakfast meat you want, or keep it vegetarian and skip the meat, make it a little cheaper. Alright, then I'm going to just pour this egg mixture over the top. Spread it out a little bit. And then optional, I'm going to add a little bit of green onions on the top. Then I'm going to cover and bake this for about 40 minutes. Then we'll pull it out and cook it uncovered for about another 15 to 20 minutes. All right, I'm gonna put this in. Again, that's at 375 for 40 minutes, and I'll see you guys in 40 minutes. Okay, it has been 40 minutes. We're gonna take this off, and we're gonna cook this up for about another 15 to 20 minutes. All right, and now we're done. I'm gonna let this cool, and then we are gonna eat. It's going on noon. We're getting very hungry. All right, so then here is what breakfast looks like. I'm gonna get Charles to come be a taste tester for you. All right, we're out of focus. There we go. All right, give it a try. I think it's very good. I give it a try.
It's got really good flavor, but I was trying to figure something out to just like describe the texture, which is great. Don't get me wrong. It's really good.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
It's really good. It's kind of like eating the filling out of a burrito kind of texture.
Kinda.
I like it.
Kinda. If you want the hash browns to be more crunchy, then you could bake the hash browns first, fry them or air fry them or something like that, and then you'd have a crispier hash brown. And those of you that are curious, I am doing a piece of that along with some of the cotton candy grapes. So, all right, we're gonna go eat our brunch, and he's still trying to figure something out.
Oh, it tastes really good though. It's just different.
I think it's really good. All right, we're gonna go eat because we are hungry. It's noon, and I'll see you guys when we have something else. All right, and snacking, we are doing the veggie tray and just kind of munching on it. What is your favorite? Tomatoes. All right, so Theo saw this and requested this for snacking / dessert. So I just made it according to the box. No need to show all that. I'm gonna pop this in the oven. All right, so while that's cooking, I thought I'd just take a minute because I know some of you want to know about my weight loss journey on these shots, my health journey. And so I told you I had a rough few weeks, and I did. I definitely did. I had a rough couple weeks. And something that they don't tell you about. Now, I just did my 7th injection. But nobody talks about, and I haven't heard anybody talk about it, or I don't know, the doctors didn't warn you about it or anything. But I think one of my hardest issues that I am facing, and I know I'm not alone, is being an obese person in the morbidly obese range, that I am definitely a food addict, 100%. My life has revolved around food since I was a little kid. And I was always on a diet of some kind or something. I wasn't huge until my adult years. And I got, chunky right before puberty, like normal kids. But I tried to stay active. I was always on a diet. Never a good, healthy relationship with food. And I think that I've always struggled with that, with just being addicted to it. And they don't talk about that, or at least you don't hear people talk about it when you get on this medicine. And there is a depression that comes with it. And that sounds crazy. I know if you're not somebody who struggles with that, then you don't understand it. But when you're addicted to food and you love food and your world revolves around food, you're known as the cook. You're the one who brings food to everything. Everybody calls you to ask you about recipes. I started a YouTube channel because people wanted me to share with them how I was cooking. And I've always been the cook. I'm the cook. I show love through food. I bring food to everything. That's just who I am, what I do. And, part of my mothering is everybody, when the kids would talk about me growing up, my mom's the best cook. It's always about food. You think about the holidays, and a lot of people think about activities and festivals and things like that, and I always thought about the food, the wonderful foods of Christmas, the cookies, the cakes, the candies. Think about, Thanksgiving. It wasn't about the gathering, it's about the food. everything's about the food, and we live in a very food-centered culture. You know, you drive down the road, there's food everywhere, food, food, food. And when all that goes away with these shots, it's kind of like, who am I? I mean, it's like a breakup. As crazy as it sounds, but it's very kind of depressing because I had so much joy in cooking and joy in eating and joy in tasting, and all that kind of got taken away. And so now it's no longer a joy. Not joy. I don't want to smell food. I don't want to look at food. I don't want to taste food. Everything makes me sick. I don't want any part of any of the food. I would love to just never have to eat or drink again. And so there's like a breakup side to that, and a depression that kind of goes with that, and kind of trying to discover yourself and who are you when you take the food out of it, which is very weird thing to kind of go through. Something I've never really gone through before. You know, I'm also an emotional eater. So when you're stressed, and you eat. When you're happy, you eat. When you're sad, you eat. So what do you do now? I mean, I don't know how normal people cope with all of that. And I'm trying to learn how to, because the last thing I want to do is eat. And you know, just like yesterday, I told you guys that I came in and it smelled so good, the soup, and Kate was making this vegetable beef soup. Sorry, brain's going faster in my mouth. And it did smell so good for about 5 minutes, and then it made me so nauseous. It was like, oh, I gotta air the house out. I can't take it. And I had to go you know, up to my room because it was just so, it made me so nauseous. You know, I used to be, my morning ritual was come down and get a, well, it started actually when I went to bed. I would think, oh, cozy in my covers, and I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna have a delicious warm cup of creamy coffee. And that's what I would do. I'd go to sleep thinking that, waiting for my coffee in the morning. One of my favorite parts of the morning, because it's just quiet and just me. Light a good smelling candle, like apple pie smelling candle, and have a nice warm cup of coffee and just kind of smell it and drink it. So delicious. And I don't even do creamers or anything, thank goodness. I didn't do any of that stuff, just half and half or milk. And then I would put on a cooking show. That's what I did every morning. Now my cooking shows I watched were the ones that they didn't talk. It's very just slow living, mostly Japanese, just cooking shows that would just show, you would just hear cooking noises and maybe some soft music, but not words and all that. So it was really relaxing. And I would drink my coffee to that. Now, I can't drink coffee. It makes me sick. The smell of it makes me sick. I no longer go to bed looking forward to a wonderful cup of coffee in the morning. You know, and last thing I want to do is watch cooking shows. So it's like I wake up in the morning kind of like, well, what show did I put on? Why I'm drinking my water. So I don't want coffee or anything like that. So those of you I don't know that are on it that have commented that you're also taking this medicine, maybe you've gone through that too, but it kind of just snapped with me today that that's what it is I've been very depressed because it's kind of like I'm lost. And you know, what used to bring me such joy no longer brings me joy, and so trying to figure that out. So some of you, that's going to sound completely crazy. If you get it, you get it. And that's all I can say is if you get it, you get it. But there's an update on that and kind of how I'm feeling. I'm sure losing weight because I just don't want to eat anymore. I just don't even have any desire. I have to make myself. As far as water, I have to make myself drink. I don't get near enough water because I don't even want to drink. So that's where I am. I just told you guys I'd give you kind of little updates on how I'm feeling and what's going on throughout. But some good things that I have noticed, and I'll keep you guys up to, you know, posted on, is I have white spots on my skin, and they're actually starting to fill in, which I heard this can cure autoimmune disorders, and that would be amazing. And I'll show you that as if that continues to happen, because that would be very, very good. But I was talking to Charles this morning about it. He was like, you don't sound crazy to me. I know how much food meant to you. So Hopefully I don't sound too crazy to you guys either. All right, so there's my update and how I'm feeling and what's going on with it. And we'll go back to eating. I'm gonna get these muffins out here in just a minute. And now I won't have any of that, but Thea wanted that, so he'll definitely have some, and I'm sure Charles will munch on some. My girls are not home yet. Ash was supposed to come home Friday, and then she bumped it to Saturday, and now she bumped it to Sunday. So I'll be moving her tomorrow on Mother's Day. So I don't honestly know, you guys, if I will be on Mother's Day, just simply because I don't plan on cooking. It's Mother's Day. I need to go see my mother, and we're gonna now be moving Ash home on Mother's Day. So I probably won't have a video up for you guys, but I will resume back then on Monday. So I hope all of you mamas out there have a wonderful, wonderful Mother's Day. And I'll get back to showing you the food. All right, so here are the muffins. I'm gonna let them cool, and then I'm gonna give Theo first dibs. All right, you guys, it is time to start dinner. Sorry, I know today's video is not gonna be crazy long. I'm doing really simple food today. So we're gonna make a cheeseburger mac for dinner and some rolls and a salad. So we use some of the rolls we got yesterday, the lettuce that we got yesterday, the late bag salad, and make a cheeseburger mac to go with it. Should be delicious. Let's get started. So today I am only feeding 4 people for dinner. Kate's at work, the girls aren't back from the school yet. They will be back, Ash tomorrow, and Brooke later on in the week. So I'm only using a pound of ground beef, and yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there because I know I did tell you guys I will be feeding 8, and I will. It's just Luke and Theo probably won't eat this, so it's really just me, Charles, Ronnie, and when Kate gets home from work, she might have some, and Theo might eat it. But here it goes. All right, I'm gonna start by just cooking a half a box. It's about a half a box of elbow macaroni till al dente. Okay, while we're getting that to al dente in this, I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here and let that heat up. And I have some onion and garlic chopped and ready to go. Okay, I'm just gonna saute the onions and the garlic. And I'm gonna add some salt. I'm also going to go on and add some pepper. Then I'm also going to be using some fresh basil. If you don't have any fresh basil, then that's fine. Just use dried, like Italian seasoning or dried basil. And then I also have a jar of canned tomatoes here. They smell so good. These are from our garden last year. I'm going to add those as well. This is starting to brown. Getting good and fragrant. Alright, I'm still waiting on my hamburger to finish defrosting, so I'm going to go on and just add my tomatoes. Keep this from cooking too much. I'm just kind of crushing them a little bit. It smells so good. So good. I'm going to go on and add my basil. I wanted to add this all in one pot, but It's alright. I'll use the macaroni pot to brown the beef in and then put the beef in. So let's add in the macaroni. I thought my beef was defrosted, and it wasn't. That's all fine. Smell of home canned tomatoes. It smells so good. Add a little bit more salt. And a little more pepper. I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Then I'm just going to set this aside and we'll be browning our beef here in just a second. Finish browning this ground beef real quick. Alright, now I'm going to add the meat in here. If you have a really fatty beef, then you want to drain that before you add it in. Our beef is not very fatty. We're just going to stir this all together. If you have some bacon, you could add some bacon in here. That'd be good too. I'm also going to add just a little bit of this Worcestershire sauce. Just because I feel like it just needs a little something. Top this with some cheese. And I have some fresh parsley chopped here. I'm going to top it with that as well. And then I'm going to cover and cook this for about 20 minutes in the oven. And then we'll uncover it and let it just brown up just a little bit on top. I've got it set at 350 degrees. Okay, then we're going to use our salad kit here. And then we're going to dress it up with a little bit of our veggies from our veggie tray. If Charles would eat broccoli, I would chop up some broccoli in here, but he won't. So I'm just going to grate a couple of these little mini carrots. Get them in here. I'm going to add a few of our tomatoes. And then I also have some green onion here. I'm going to just cut that in here. If we had some croutons, I'd use croutons, but we don't have any. And I don't have any bread to make any. Alright, so there's our salad, dressed up a little bit. Okay, so for the dinner rolls, I'm just going to brush it with some melted butter. Just the tops. And then I'm going to sprinkle the top with a little bit of garlic salt. Okay, so now I took the lid off. I'm going to just cook this and let it brown up some while I put the rolls in as well. Alright, so there is the pasta, cheeseburger bake. Alright, and then here is, look at mine and Charles's. So here's Charles's. And then he is having this Primal Kitchen Caesar dressing. And then here is mine. And on top of mine, I just have some of this red apple balsamic vinegar that I love. I'll get Charles to do a taste test for you guys. Alright.
What do we have here?
Stuff.
Stuff.
And I saw what you meant about that Caesar dressing. So this Primal Kitchen Caesar dressing comes out like really crazy
Tasty.
thick.
Yeah.
And pasty, yeah, I don't know what's up with them.
That's pretty good.
Like it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's a pasta dish. You typically like all pasta dishes.
Typically.
Try a roll.
Very buttery.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
All right, we're gonna go eat dinner. All right, you guys, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. So if Charles has anything tonight, it'll be some honey roasted peanuts. The girls will probably snack on some of that muffins, and I probably won't have any kind of snack. So that's gonna wrap it up. We will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, everybody. Have a great day or night, wherever you are.